Let me introduce to you my friends Sharon and Richard. They're part of Hope Church in Ipswich, and we're going to... We've known each other not for a very long time, and right at the beginning of this evening, Nikki was encouraging us to think back to that moment when we first came to know God. And for you guys, you don't have to think back very far, because this time last year, you weren't Christians. And so it's wonderful just to have you guys here tonight. These guys, in a really cool way, they got baptized on Pentecost Sunday just a few months back, which is wonderful. Anyway, can you just tell us a little bit about that story first, and then we'll come on to what you're doing with a lot of your time. So tell us, how did you come to know God?
Hello, everybody. So the reason why Sharon and I exist is to keep children safe online. And some 13 years ago, we stumbled across all the harmful, nasty stuff that you all know about exists. And we decided to try and do something about it. But as Tom said, we weren't walking with Jesus then. We were pretty much walking on our own. And we're a technology company, so we founded this organization to just try and develop some software to keep kids safe. But we got blocked and stopped, and we had all kinds of troubles, and it was really, really difficult. I won't labor the point, but on the 24th of October last year, our lives changed in the most magnificent, wondrous, beautiful, amazing way.
So we went on a business trip to Dallas, and it was a point in our business where we were pretty much broken. We were fearful. We just felt it was just too difficult. The event, it was a faith-led investor event. We were going along, really. We decided just to attend. Maybe we could raise some money, but we really wanted to kind of hand over to a leadership team, and just we were done. So we'd never really been to a faith-led investor event before. And we noticed that there was 6:30 prayers at the beginning of the day. So we thought, well, we're here anyway. So we caught the end of the prayer session on the first morning. It seemed really a lovely atmosphere. Someone was playing an acoustic guitar. Everybody there was like super, it was about anti-human trafficking, and online child sexual exploitation is part of that. So we really enjoyed the session. We really liked the people, and we thought we'd go to the prayer session. We'd do the whole thing the next morning. So we got on the bus, went to the session, and it was in this big debating chamber in the center of Dallas where everybody's looking at everybody else. We sat down at the front, and the acoustic guitar started, and somebody was praying. And I just remember that the song that they were playing was His Breath in Your Lungs. And we both had our eyes closed, and the prayer was, you are not alone. He will take away your fear. And at that moment, I know for me, I just felt physically the Holy Spirit being breathed into me, and started crying. And when I looked over at Richard, my husband, he was crying. Like, we were like really crying.
I was really going.
We were really crying. We're British, we don't cry. So we didn't know what was happening to us. And other people started to notice that we were both like crying so much. And because it was a faith group, they realized that we were having this encounter with the Holy Spirit, and people started hugging us and praying and putting their arms around us. And, it was the Holy Spirit. That was our moment. So we thought we'd have to move to Dallas. We didn't see this Holy Spirit in the United Kingdom. We're both in business. We run a tech company. We just couldn't see it. But they said, no, don't worry. There are churches, there are people like us in the UK. So we went back, and they kept in touch with us via Zoom and Teams and everything. And we started looking around to try and find a church. Richard, do you want to pick up from here?
We went to one in Bury St Edmunds, and we drove about an hour and a quarter to get there. And as we walked in, we didn't feel a thing. There was tumbleweed blowing across it felt very cold. We got back in the car, my phone blipped, and on it there was a link to Hope Church in Ipswich. So, wow, so that was only 4 miles, it is only 4 miles from where we live. We tanked it to Hope Church, we walked in, and guess what song was being played? I know. So yet again, we turned into this blubbing nonsense and started crying. But the moment we found Jesus on the 24th of October, 2024, all the fear left, the loneliness left. We had this unbelievable, beautiful warmth and love. Up for many years, because our business had been struggling, we were sedentary, reclusive. We didn't want to meet anybody. We didn't want to talk to anybody. We weren't proud of what we were doing. We hadn't cracked the software. And within a month of the 24th of October, our business was fully funded. We signed a global agreement with Nokia, the phone company, to embed our AI into their technology. We had a patent registered by somebody that did it all for free. They did it all in 3 weeks. That's amazing. And our business went from that to that. And we just launched this week. Thank you. We just launched this Wednesday our technology embedded into the operating system of a smartphone, which stops children from seeing any explicit content, from filming it, from sharing it, from storing it. We've created, or God has created, the safest phone in the world. And God brought to us Vodafone. He brought to us so many people. We launch in Australia this week, and all because of God. Nothing worked until the 24th of October, and now it does. Come on.
So, God is up to something wonderful in your lives, and now, as you say, launching this tech. This is a game changer. It really is. As a parent of teenagers and of a son who's 10, this is a game changer, because there is so much harm being seen and sent and all kinds of stuff going on, as you well know. And we really, really must get behind this in prayer. Guys, I mean, beyond, we want us to go far and wide. Is there anything that you just think we'd love just to pray into this right now and give this some welly in prayer?
We'd just like every parent on the planet to know that there is a solution to children online being harmed online. There is a solution. We've proven the art of the possible. It doesn't matter whether it's our technology. We just hope that others will now do something similar and make every phone safe the moment it's switched on.
Yeah.
I don't know whether anyone's read The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt. It's a great book, and in it he says that there is a God-shaped hole in the heart of this generation because of sexualization on smartphones. And smartphones are sexualizing our children, and it's got to stop. And the great thing about this tech is that it stops the imagery being sent or received if you give your child a phone. So it's a good step forward.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. We're excited about this, aren't we? God's doing something.